Hi again. I am Fathom and I am the founder of Other Fiber Creations, and today is a hectic day for me because I go to a convention tonight. Not to sell, I'm not that cool, maybe someday, but just to attend. And I am an anxious person in general. I know that I'm gonna be anxious the whole time I'm there for personal reasons and otherwise. And so I'm like, I should take a project with me because crocheting is my comfort. It's the thing I do in my free time and as my job. And so I decided, why not make a video about it so you guys can actually see the convention at least a little bit in the background of me crocheting and actually get out of the house for once. So here's the plan. My comfort go-to project when I'm traveling is a shawl, fingering weight or below, sock weight or below rather, and a 3.5 millimeter hook. I lost my favorite 3.5 millimeter hook, which I'm sad about, but I have this extra one donated from a friend. It is a Clover brand hook. I prefer the inline tops, right? Inline, isn't that the term for this? Versus the tapered ones. So this is perfect. And I thought it'd be fun for us to try out some new yarn. This is Jubilee Yarn's Ombre Blast. I found this brand. It is from Bamboo, Minnesota, if I remember right. That's where I bought this from. It is a 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. This is the color Shadow Throne. It is a weight 2, weight 1. It's a very skinny yarn is my point. It has 1,082 yards. It is almost identical to the main yarn I use, which is the Yarn Bee Rainbow Rhapsody, which I have a lot of donated still to get through, but it looks so similar. The color gradients are very similar in how they're twisted together, and so I thought it'd be a fun little experiment. Take a new yarn with me, my normal hook, my normal practice of making these on the go, and just see what I come up with. I think it'll be fun to kind of play around. I don't have any shawl pattern in mind. I might go find one. I might freehand it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it's going to be a fun little experiment. For now though, I'm gonna go get started on just the base couple of rows that I do before I travel because I like to have at least something so I'm not fiddling with string, but at least like a project I can hold on to. And also because I haven't packed yet at all, and I haven't done any dishes before I left. And I wanted to make some cookies to take with me, and I haven't done that either. And it's 7 a.m. and I get ready to leave around 3:30. So I'm gonna go do that now. Yay, bada bing, bada boom. So, I'm at the hotel, and holy crap, this place is fancy as all get out. I don't want to know what my boyfriend paid for this. I am scared to know what my boyfriend paid for this, for us to be here for 3 nights. 4 nights? 3 nights? Something like that. We are on the 33rd floor. It is the Signia by Hilton, I think is the name of it. It's gorgeous. Let me show you outside, because holy crap. Look at this view. Like, ignore my reflection. What the hell, man? Holy crap. I have been coming to this convention for 10 years, and every year I am shocked and awed by how beautiful these gosh darn hotels are. But you're not here to hear me ramble about hotel rooms and how cute they are. You're here to hear me ramble about crochet. Let's see my progress. Also, side note, yes, I'm in a different outfit. I'm still cute in it though, because it's too hot right now for the cute top. I'm gonna wear it again later this weekend. Don't worry about it. Let me pull out the shawls. That's right, plural, because I started a second one. Woo! So, here is the cake once more in great lighting. And here is where we are so far. It's not super far along. I ended up doing the Start with a Granny shawl. I forget who it's by. I'll put it on screen as always because I am bad at memory. But I started it. We're doing fantastic so far. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it this weekend. That's pushing it. And I wanted something to do on the car ride, and so I found more yarn. I'm doing a different variation of the Start With a Granny shawl. The key thing with this is that this is the Rainbow Rhapsody yarn I mentioned liking. And this is the new yarn that we're testing out. And so I'll be able to tell you by the end of this which one I like better and all that jazz. For now, it is like 11 p.m. My boyfriend's messaging me to figure out stuff about car and everything like that. I'm gonna go handle that and go get dinner, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Pew, pew, pew. If you hear music from the bathroom, we're gonna ignore it. My boyfriend's showering. I went to go frog a couple stitches this morning and get a little bit of work in, only to discover that overnight, my project felted. And I bet you're wondering, Fathom, where's the end? Yeah, it ripped off when I tried to frog it. I love how this yarn looks. I love the color of it. It is gorgeous. But I don't like that. That is a point, maybe 4, against Jubilee Yarn Ombre Blast. Luckily, I have another project that I can take with me for the day in my trusted Rainbow Rhapsody, which this yarn, I'm already going to give it success in this category because this was halfway done and I frogged it to make a new one, which means it can easily frog and come back together. This is what I did on the car ride yesterday here, which I think turned out really well. I can actually show you the stitch definition better. It also matches my outfit for the day, which, let me show you. I'm off-duty Scream. My fake knife. I have my compression gloves I can wear with, and in case I get cold, I have a cardigan. I think all in all, it's a cute, simple look that will keep me running around the convention. Got the bright red cheeks, the black lip. But yeah, I guess I'm not taking the Ombre Blast one with me, and it's a good thing that I decided to start a new shawl, because I'm gonna have to see if I can reattach that yarn, and I'll let you know what I think of the project. I'm not trying to threaten you. This knife is entirely fake, I promise. But yeah, I'm gonna go get ready to go on the con floor for the day, because I'm gonna meet with some friends, I'm gonna take my crochet with me, and maybe I'll get a couple clips of me crocheting out and about. Maybe I won't work on it today. Who knows? You and I will figure that out in the video, for you in a couple seconds, for me throughout the day, I guess. Yeehaw. Okay, it is day 2 of the convention. I am literally getting ready to go and do my first of 2 LARPs and a rave today. Oh boy, I'm busy. Sorry I'm using you as a mirror. I'm kind of on the go. It'll be fine.
But, anyways.
Today I am dressing up as Esperanza, the character you guys have not seen me talk a lot about on this channel. She is my pirate who I love to play. Ooh, that has black in it still. She is edgy, moody, daddy issues kind of teen. She's a lot of fun to play as. And I enjoy every chance I get to play her because I get to be an asshole for a bit. My boyfriend has already gone ahead because he NPCs for this game, which means he plays all the monsters that try to kill me. It's fun. But you're not here to hear about me running around a convention. You're here to hear about my crocheting. Let me grab it. So, yesterday, I worked on this project. This is the same style of shawl as the one we started at the beginning of this video, which is important to know because I am now directly comparing and contrasting these two yarns. This is Yarn Bee's Rainbow Rhapsody in Obsidian Daydream? It's something obsidian. Obsidian Dreams, Obsidian Life, I don't know. It goes from white to gray to black. It is a 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. It is also at a disadvantage because I've already worked it up once, frogged it, and balled it up to work again. I didn't like the shawl that it was, but this yarn has been worked before, meaning it is more prone to felting, more prone to fuzzies, that sort of thing. On the other hand, we have our Ombre Blast. Last we left off, yesterday morning when we talked, the Ombre Blast had snapped on itself. It felted via car ride. This is still a true fact. It happened. I sat and thought, what am I going to do with this? And I weaved in the end it created, and I crocheted over the loop it left because it was felted enough that it wasn't going to come undone. And I reattached yarn, and we're still going. So here's where we are. It's a bit hard to see in this lighting, but it's going from a navy blue to a royal blue right now. Yesterday I spent working with just this, and the first notable difference I found is that this is a lot softer. It feels a lot drapier currently, and it's nice to work with on the hands. It doesn't dry my hands out. It feels good. That might be because I've worked it before, but I cannot guarantee that. On the other hand, this yarn, it's a little bit rougher. It has a lot more of that cottony texture that people expect when they see cotton, like a cotton dishcloth, kind of that scrubby-ish texture. It's not unforgiving though. It dries up the hands a little bit, but it feels a lot more like a cotton top you'd wear in summer versus a baby cotton that kind of leaves you sweating a little bit. I like the color gradient a lot. The color transitions in this yarn are pretty messy. I'm not sure if I can find it without my glasses on, honestly, but I'm not gonna put them on mid-makeup. But it had like a bunch of like balled up fabric where the color change was, which this yarn also has a habit of having. Usually it's more of like a small knot in the yarn itself, and it looks kind of bad if you don't crochet over it. So all in all, they're about neck and neck with their own pros and cons. Since I spent all day yesterday working with Rainbow Rhapsody, today I'm going to be taking the Ombre Blast with me. That way I can get a good fair chance of how does it travel, how can I work with this on the go, how can I move around with this piece, because I am a crocheter who I am on the go a lot. My partner, Ethan, who is my partner, I love him dearly, he is a chronic overbooker. He books us for so many things. Like, for example, we have a LARP today from 12 to 6, if I remember right. Or no, 12 to 5. We get an hour break to go change and to make some deli cut sandwiches. Then we have a game from 6 to midnight. We come back to the hotel, we change again, we go rave for 2 hours, and then we come back, go to sleep, wake up, go to lunch with people. I'm an introvert, in case people forget that. So yeah, it's a fun time. Eyeshadows what I'm working on. All in all, both yarns going relatively well. Yesterday, we spent a lot of time walking around the dealer's hall. Ethan sat and worked at the LARP tables trying to get new players to attend, which is always a fun time. I do not do that portion. That is all him, because he loves this game so much. I also love the game, but I'm more of a I'll welcome them once they're in play kind of person, you know? And so he did that. We then hung out together. He got to play some Digimon with some friends. I got to chat with people. I bought him a new Digimon playmat, and he was very excited for it. And we got to have dinner with some friends last night. It's all been very good. I was very anxious about how this experience would go, but it's gone a lot better than I was afraid of, a lot better than I was hoping for, and I'm just enjoying myself. For now, I've got to get ready to go run to the convention space. I look fine. I look exhausted. That's what these are supposed to be, the bags under my eyes. Is I'm put together, but tired of your crap. And I think I've gotten that look down. I also have, specifically for when LARPing, this is a fun thing. This is a cologne based off my character that I got when I was at Ren Fair. The Ren Fair I mentioned making the dragons for, which you can see here. This should be the right side. I'm so sorry if it's not, as always. This one is inspired by the ocean and libraries because I'm playing a scholarly pirate. It has some notes of like chamomile tea to it. Very fun. I enjoy it a lot. For now, done rambling. Sorry, editing Fathom. I gotta go. Let's do this thing. It has been about 5-ish days since we started filming this video. You're gonna ignore if I'm sniffly or my voice sounds weird. I got a little bit of con crud, a little bit of con acne. It happens to the best of us. But let's talk about these yarns. So, we started this video with a mission statement. We're gonna talk about Jubilee Yarn Ombre Blast in the color Shadow Throne. I can read. I'm so totally awake. I'm so sorry. I am a real professional. This is how far we got. You can see that navy blue to kind of royal blue gradient is starting to happen. And because of how my trip was formatted, I decided to compare it directly against one of my favorite yarns to use for shawls, which is this Rainbow Rhapsody from Yarn Bee. Both of them, according to their tags, I know it's not the same color, we're going to use it because it has the label. Both of them are approximately, what is 7 ounces in grams? Give me a sec. Both of them are around 200 grams. This one weighs more by about 20 grams. They both are 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. This one gives you about 120 more yards than this one does. So already, point in this one's favor. You get more for around the same price. These two are about equal in pricing. I want to acknowledge that off the bat. I bought mine through their Amazon store, which means that I paid a couple dollars more than I should have. If you're going to buy from them, it is Bamboo, Minnesota. And so, feel free to look into that. They have a lot of yarn on there that I did not expect them to have. Looks like a site I might be buying from more. The yarn feeling. This one feels like it's majority cotton. This one does not. This feels very soft and smooth to work up. So when I'm working, I prefer this one because it does not dry out my hands at all. This one does have a little bit of that tendency, but I prefer the drape and finished feeling of this one. This is very buttery soft, but it feels like it's going to be very warm to wear, which has its plus side if you want to wear it like in the fall or the winter. But when I make these, I picture them as a very summery wear, which means that for me, the one that feels more cottony and breathable is more important to me. On top of that, Jubilee Yarn Ombre Blast has a significantly larger color range. It is more akin to the Hobie yarn color ranges or the ice yarn color ranges than the limited yarn color ranges that this yarn had when it was on the market. I know this is a discontinued yarn I'm using for reference between the two, but it is the one thing I have that I can actively compare with it that is about the same in most factors. We had the yarn snap. That happened a few rows back, but because I have expertise in how yarn functions, I was able to cover up the actual snap in my project. You can see right here, it's a bit hard to show, this is where it was. I have these two little ends, but overall you would not be able to tell that I had snapped the yarn in this project. Was it frustrating? Absolutely. This yarn felts in travel. I am an on-the-go person, so for me, this is not ideal, but I know that now. When working with this in the future, I will make it more stationary projects. This, however, and the Hobie yarns I've used in the past, they're fantastic for travel. They do not felt, they can be tossed around, and they will be able to keep and maintain their structure. All in all, I would recommend this yarn. It is a great yarn to use. It is a smaller business than most of the other yarn companies, and that is my big thing. I love supporting small business, so discovering that there is a yarn brand and a small business that is a relatively unknown and relatively less costly option makes me want to get this more often. But yeah, that's gonna be about all I have to say on it. I still think that it's coming along beautifully. I'm gonna finish both these shawls this week while I finished my prep to go to a craft fair. My voice is a little bit fucky, but it's fine. At this point, I can't even be bothered to try not to swear. It happens. The convention overall, since you guys saw me last getting ready to go to a LARP, went really well. I got this cute little dragon from one of the LARPs I was in. I made some new friends. It was a lot of fun. And I will see about whether I'm going all the days again. The thing that made it fun was the people, not necessarily the convention itself, besides the LARPs I went to. And as such, we'll see what's in my budget and what isn't. We'll figure it out. For now, though, I want to thank you so much for watching this unconventional yarn review. Get it? That's the title of the video, and a pun. I'm very proud of it. If you like this video, feel free to like, to comment, to subscribe. If you're going to do one of those three things, make it subscribing so you can see what other strange things I end up making on this channel. If you want to do more than that, feel free to find my Instagram, my Ribbler, my Facebook, my TikTok, all in the description below. Today's question of the day is, what is your go-to weight one yarn, if you're a crafter? If not, ask some questions about yarn weights and things. Maybe I'll answer them in videos. Who knows? For me, my favorite go-to, like I said, Rainbow Rhapsody. I am sad it's discontinued. I am on the search for a replacement for it. I got donated a crap ton of it, like during the height of it being a yarn you could get, because somebody bought way too much and they didn't end up liking working with skinny yarn. So if you have any dupes for this in particular that feel the same, that's what I'm looking for. Feel the same price? I'd prefer it on the lower side, but feeling the same is the key, because a lot more of them feel a lot drier, you know? And that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.